Part 125. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1241. Chapter 1241 is Lee Baikan confused. Sun Ying-er naturally knew that Lu Jing was doing this to comfort herself. But the way Sunian looks now is really. Sun Ying-er looked at Sunian, with deep worry on her face. Lu Jing looked at Sun Yan at this time. Come here, stop this woman's mouth, and no matter what method she uses, you must keep an eye on me and don't let her get up. I'll tell you guys, if this woman is having a good time, then you are the one who is having a bad time. When Lu Jing finished speaking, everyone around him lowered their heads. Sun Ying-er walked outside at this time. She walked up to Lee Baikan, and then put a smile on her face. Baikan, I am here. If something really happens to Nian, then I will definitely notify you as soon as possible, and you can deal with it on your own. Things are good. Lee Baikan knew very well what he was going to do now, and he couldn't make things easier for those people, and Huo Linyuan. If he really did anything, he would definitely make Huo Linyuan's jump to the sky. But Lee Baikan is really reluctant to let go now. But there is no point in being reluctant, so I can only say to Sun Ying-er, sister, I'll leave this matter to you. If anything happens, you must call me as soon as possible. I really don't want to rest assured. Of course, I will definitely do this. In addition, don't worry, I will definitely handle the matter with Mo Bao. I am Nian's sister. I will definitely do what I should do. You just need to take revenge. Let everyone who hurt Nian pay the price, then that's fine. Baikan, I think you should understand what I mean. Lee Baikan, I understand. After saying this, Lee Baikan left. What else can Lee Baikan do, of course, is to go to the company. When Lee Baikan appeared in the company, it attracted the attention of countless people. Of course there are people who want to cause trouble immediately. Soon, Mr. Qian stopped in front of Lee Baikan. Baikan, why are you showing up now? Are you feeling well? Why are you feeling well all of a sudden? I don't get any news. Lee Baikan's eyes were cold. But Mr. Qian didn't want to let go at all. Baikan, what do you mean by looking like this? Do you mean you didn't understand what I said? You shouldn't. You are the smartest. You are so smart, how could you not understand? The only explanation is that you deliberately don't understand. You are a bit weird when you are sick, but you can't even understand human speech. You are so simple that it makes me a little worried. Baikan, tell me what symptoms you have. After all, I watched you grow up. There are really more and more veins on Lee Baikan's face. This expression really made Mr. Qian worse and worse. What is your attitude? Why did you not seem to listen to what I said when I spoke to you? How did you do it? Lee Baikan, let me tell you, you must give me a perfect explanation today. If you don't give me a perfect explanation, then I won't give up. When Mr. Qian said this, Lee Baikan finally couldn't help it. He immediately pushed the person to the ground and said in a vicious tone, I'm in a bad mood now. You'd better shut up. If you don't shut up, you will bear the consequences. Do you understand? End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1242. Chapter 1242 Li Jianhong's attitude. Mr. Qian saw Lee Baikan like this. It's really a bit incredible. You know what you are doing now, Lee Baikan. No matter what, I am still your elder. Why do you treat me as an elder like this? Do you still take me as an elder in your eyes? I've done this, so I don't care about you. What's there to be curious about? Mr. Qian, I'll give you a chance. Get out of here as far as you can. If you really don't get out, then I won't be polite to you. Li Baikan's eyes were so fierce that they could kill someone. At this moment, Li Jianhong's voice rang out, Li Baikan, what are you doing? Why are you acting so nonsense now? If you are acting nonsense, then I, as a father, will be really rude to you. Li Baikan just let him go. He left immediately. During this period, he didn't even look at Li Jianhong's father. Li Jianhong walked up to Mr. Qian at this time, and a smile instantly appeared on his face. Old Qian, my Baikan is in a bad mood. Don't argue with the children. Don't be angry. What does it mean not to care about children? What does it mean to be a child like this? And when you say this, are you feeling a little guilty? This person as old as Li Baikan is still a child. This is really enough for you. After all, I have watched him grow up since childhood, and even saying that he is his elder is not a big deal. The way you are now is really. Li Jianhong listened patiently to the guy in front of him. But Jian always says so. The more I feel that the person in front of me is a bit bad. But when I thought about Huo Linyuan's words, I could only endure it and continue to say, I'm talking to you. Have you listened to me? Jianhong, we have been in a relationship for so many years, and I regard you as my own, my dear brother. Don't you regard me as your dear brother at all? I'm really disappointed by your behavior. Li Jianhong continued, yes, I understand what you mean, but you also know that Baikan had health problems before, and he has not even come to the company for so long. You also saw his appearance just now, and his health, the situation is not good, so as an elder, can you be a little more tolerant? In this case, you, as an elder, can act like an elder. After all, there may be a lot of people looking at us now. If you are so fussy about it, it will really look bad. What does it mean to be careless? Now I have become a careless person. Li Jianhong, do you know what you are talking about? If you say this, it will easily chill the hearts of us old friends. At this time, Li Jianhong's expression finally changed. Old Jian, I understand your mood very well, but I have already told you carefully here that my brat is indeed a bit bad, but I also feel that I, Li Jianhong, am also a bit it's shameless. I'm here to apologize to you with my own face. I think I have more face than that brat. You're really going too far. Mr. Qian looked at Li Jianhong and frowned. Li Jianhong had no intention of continuing to talk to him, so he turned around and left. The attitude of turning around and leaving really made Mr. Qian's face change. Then Mr. Qian hurriedly called his friend. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1243. Chapter 1243 just closed the net. Li Jianhong came to the office. After seeing Li Baikan, he asked directly, how is Nian Nian? Is her condition okay? Is there anything going on? Have you found any good doctors? For example, any international or well-known doctors, as long as they can heal Nian Nian's body. The doctor said that the toxin is nothing and needs to be observed now. However, it has only been less than 2 years since Nian Nian gave birth to the child. Her body is already weak. If she is so unconscious under such circumstances, she is almost fine. Sun Ying'er is over there. Keep it. Then Li Baikan told about Huo Linyuan's departure. Li Jianhong's expression immediately changed, and he was full of anger. This Huo Linyuan is really not a human being. If he is a man, if he has the ability, then he will do it with real swords and guns. He is really not a human being, he's not a man. Isn't he afraid of being laughed at if the news spreads? Jokes, people like us don't care about jokes as long as we can achieve our own goals, we can do anything even if we can't do it, as long as we achieve the desired effect. But when Li Jianhong heard this, his expression changed. What do you mean? What time is it now? Are you making sarcastic remarks? Haha. I mean, if that's the case, why am I crazy too? It's a terrible thing for a man to become crazy, so Dad, you have to help me. When Li Jianhong saw his son's look just now, he understood. Of course I know what to do about this, and your plan is almost there. Let's try to deal with this garbage directly, and then eliminate any future troubles. On the other side, Mr. Qian directly found Huo Linyuan and told Huo Linyuan about it. When Mr. Qian said this, his face turned red, and anyone with a little eyesight would know that this guy was angry. Huo Linyuan felt uncomfortable because of Sun Ying, but when he saw Mr. Qian like this, he immediately felt comfortable. This Li Baikan is nothing more than that. Okay, Mr. Qian, can you take a break? I can understand that you are in a bad mood now, but you still have to exercise some restraint. After all, your body is your own. If your body is really, if something goes wrong, it's really not worth the loss. When he said this, he handed over a glass of water. Mr. Qian, Li Jianhong and I have been in a relationship for many years. It can even be said that we have gone through a lot of ups and downs. I really didn't expect that Li Jianhong would treat me like this. I even felt that the two father and son did not let me go at all in their eyes, they just treat me as a fool, and they really treat me like this to them. It's really, so chilling. I really feel that my thoughts towards them over the years have really been like feeding a dog. It's really feeding the dog. Okay, Mr. Qian, please stop talking. If you keep talking like this, you will be the one who feels uncomfortable. There is really no need to make yourself uncomfortable. To put it bluntly, there is really no need to be angry with yourself. Myself, it's really useless for you to be so angry with yourself. Mr. Qian's anger did not subside at all because of Huo Linyuan's intention. When you came to me before, I was still thinking about. When he said this, Mr. Qian suddenly stopped, and then looked at Huo Linyuan. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Zhang Word. Chapter 1244. Chapter 1244 Friendship. For that little bit of affection, you called me haha and delayed me for time. I can understand, and you even said it in a bad way. I'm not a fool. Of course I can see it, but I won't say it. Do you know why? Mr. Qian's face turned a little ugly when he heard this. After all, the little thoughts were expressed like this. Everyone would feel embarrassed by this. Mr. Qian is a person who values friendship. I have noticed this a long time ago. It is even unpleasant to say that if you are not a person who values friendship, then how could I come to you? Huo Linyuan was saying this. Then he sighed deeply. I don't know if you understand me. I just like people who value friendship. If you really don't value friendship, then I will never find you. These words really silenced Mr. Qian. Mr. Qian just looked at Huo Linyuan like this. There were even tears in my eyes. At my age, I have almost experienced everything that is unpleasant and should be experienced. The way you are now really makes me don't know what to do. I really feel that I am a little sorry for you now. I really thought. Huo Linyuan laughed directly. Mr. Qian, it's completely normal for you to think that way. I can also admit to you that I am really selfish in looking for you, but even if I have selfish motives, I still like you, so do you understand what I mean? In this world, anyone will betray you, but you alone will not betray yourself, so I really hope you can think about it carefully for yourself. There is no need to worry about those who make things difficult for you. Worry. It's not easy. Hearing this, Mr. Chien had a complicated expression on his face. Such complicated emotions, as if he was making a decision. When 3 minutes have passed, Mr. Chien directly patted his thigh deeply. His grandma, for the reason that people as young as you know, what am I grinding about? I am grinding like this. I really feel like a girl, really, totally a girl. How could I be such a girl? Huo Linyuan, I will give you what you want. But Huo Linyuan, who got the answer he wanted, shook his head at this moment. Mr. Chien, you still have to think about it carefully. You are probably agreeing to me out of impulse. After all, you and the Li family have something to do with each other with such a big origin. If you really make a decision based on impulse, what if you regret it in the future? Mr. Huo. Mr. Chien, you should go back and think about it carefully. Don't make a decision in a hurry. If you make a decision in a hurry, it will not be good for yourself. Do you understand what I mean? The way Mr. Chien looked at Huo Linyuan changed now. It has really changed. He finally left. After Mr. Chien left, the smile on Huo Linyuan's face was not hidden at all. Huo Linyuan really didn't expect that Sun Yan could be so useful and perform the show to such an extent. This situation is really useful and fun. Master Huo, do you really believe that this money will always be fine? These words made Huo Linyuan's smile suddenly freeze on his face. Huo Linyuan looked in the direction of the sound and saw Lin Na. What do you mean? Do you think there is something wrong with this person? Where do you see the problem? Lin Na never thought that such a situation would turn out like this. This situation is really interesting, quite interesting. However, Lin Na felt that there were some things she still wanted to say. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1245. Chapter 1245. The scene is really good. Lin Na didn't think that Huo Linyuan would definitely win this game. Rather, I feel that it would be inappropriate not to make this move. Walking and having fun. In case this move really has any use, then that's fine. I just think I'm still a little cautious. For example, Sunian over there is not a simple person. Our shares are not a trivial matter. I believe you will understand what I mean. If this is the case, then you should be a little more careful. After all, there is a saying that sails the boat with care. Huo Linyuan understood what Lin Na meant. Okay, I will pay attention to this, and I will let the people below pay attention to Mr. Chien, but Lin Na, you are really a little calm. In this situation, I myself am a little impetuous. But you are so calm, which makes me a little impressed. Lin Na certainly understood what Huo Linyuan said. But this Huo Linyuan is really not a simple person. Notice yourself even at this time. Now Lin Na really feels a bit like accompanying you like a tiger. However, Lin Na still chose to say honestly, because in the current situation, I am an outsider, and even to say it is not nice, I am just a theater goer. Isn't there a saying that the authorities are obsessed with the beholder? It is for this reason. So I can see things you can't. Bystander, do you regard yourself as a bystander now? Lin Na really didn't know what to say when she heard the question in Huo Linyuan's words. This Huo Linyuan actually asked. What's there to ask? Isn't she an outsider now? The key point is that Huo Linyuan's gaze really makes Lin Na feel that this guy is looking at a traitor, looking at a traitor. Is there really nothing wrong with this guy's mind? How could this happen? Lin Na, what else could Lin Na do after hearing this? She could only sigh deeply. I understand what you mean, but I really don't know what to say. Mr. Huo, are you right? Forgot, you didn't give me any trust at all. Am I not an outsider now? You want my trust? Under Huo Linyuan's gaze, Lin Na nodded seriously. Yes, I just want your trust, and Mr. Huo, it's hard to say that I'm just a vase in your eyes now. I'm just giving full play to my ability. The skill of making a vase fulfills my duty as a vase maker. After Lin Na said this, Huo Linyuan laughed. The whole office echoed with Lin Na's laughter. This situation really gave Lin Na a chill down her back. It's really chilly. What is going on with Huo Linyuan? Why does Huo Linyuan feel so abnormal? If this Huo Linyuan becomes abnormal because of what Sunian has done these days, it can even be said that he went crazy because of Sunian's stimulation. This drama is really quite good. Super good looking. Lin Na, you are such an interesting woman. You have successfully aroused my interest. But if you really want my trust, then you have to find a way to gain my trust by yourself. You are a smart person. People, I hope you understand what I mean. Lena certainly understood what this meant. Then he smiled faintly and nodded, okay, I understand what you mean. I also want to say that I really have no other way, but I can say that I will definitely try my best. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1246. Chapter 1246. Why are women restless? But Huo Linyuan was obviously a little dissatisfied with Lin Na's statement, try your best. Yes, I think you must know better than me about the abilities of Sunian and Li Baikan. Of course, if you want to listen to me, I will definitely reach the level you want and I will definitely prove my worth in front of you. Then I can say it, but I think I still have to make it clear. I don't have that much ability, so if I say it, if it fails, then don't trouble me. Huo Linyuan frowned when he saw Lin Na speaking so well. This Lin Na. You are really good at talking. Am I good at talking? I don't think I can talk. Hey, I'm the worst at talking. Hey, if I could talk, then I would definitely talk about things in a colorful way, which would definitely make you very happy. But I really can't speak, I can't speak, so I can only say this honestly, hey, what else can I do? Lin Na's attitude is very humble. With such an attitude, what else could Huo Linyuan do but smile? But now Sun Yan is very important to Mr. Huo. If Mr. Huo really want to get the Sun Yan out, then I can really think of a way. I am really stupid, and this is my only as far as I can think of. Mr. Huo, do you think this is okay? When she said this, Lin Na's voice showed a bit of urgency. It seems like I finally found a way to express myself. Huo Linyuan smiled at this moment, okay, this is indeed a good opportunity to show off. Lin Na, you have been with me for so long, you have to do something to show me your strength. When Lin Na heard this, a smile appeared on her face, okay, I'll do it now, I'll do it now. After saying that, she walked out anxiously. When Lin Na opened the door, Luo Qian walked in at this moment. Luo Qian saw Lin Na looking so anxious and subconsciously asked, Lin Na, where are you going in such a hurry? Did you encounter something? Or something happened? But Lin Na, who was in a hurry, had no intention of stopping. This really made Luo Qian curious. Luo Qian then looked at Huo Linyuan. Linyuan, what's wrong with this woman? She's so anxious. I've never seen her so anxious before. Are you familiar with this woman? Luo Qian understood what Huo Linyuan meant when he heard this, and immediately said, I'm not familiar with it. I just see that she is always by your side, so I have a friendly attitude towards her. What's wrong? Is it possible, is there something wrong with this woman? If you think there is something wrong with this woman, then Linyuan, just hand this woman over to me, and I will definitely take care of her. There's no problem, it's just that this woman's temperament is a bit strong. She's not the kind of peaceful woman. She always wants to step into areas that she shouldn't get involved in, and even wants to suppress Sunian severely. Although this woman it makes me feel bad, but I can still take advantage of her ambition. When Huo Linyuan said this, there was contempt in his voice. Why are these women always so restless and causing us a lot of trouble? Luo Qian couldn't help but complain. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Zhang Word. Chapter 1247. Chapter 1247 Tacit Understanding. Lin Na went to Li's or the hospital after she came out of the Huo group. Wandering back and forth between the two places. Although Lin Na has no so-called clue. But you still have to do what you should do. Even Lin Na didn't think that she should do anything about this matter at all. She was wandering around like this. It would be best if there is some unexpected gain. If not, then there is none. Just as passing the time. Lena looked at the documents in the car. She has found the source of Sun Yan's medicine. Very tacky medicine. It is very simple rat poison. Hey, that's right. With Sun Yan's brain, she can come up with any perfect solution. What good medicine can be found? This Sunian is probably pretending to be sick again. As for Huo Linyuan's desire to acquire the Li family's shares and thereby control the Li group, Lin Na really couldn't say. She too really felt that this method was a bit unreliable, but it was just Lin Na who felt it was a bit unreliable. Lin Na was also curious whether this Huo Linyuan would create a miracle for herself. I have been wandering like this for a long time. Hango got hungry, so he got off the car and found a restaurant. But unexpectedly, when I was in the bathroom, I met an unexpected person. MS Sun, don't you think it's cool that you're blocking me here? That's right, Sun Ying'er was blocking behind her. But Sun Ying'er said in a helpless tone, if you weren't here, then someone would know. Hey, you don't have much trust in Huo Linyuan. Maybe I didn't before, but when I saw you like this, Miss Sun, I really feel like you did now. The two of them looked at each other through the mirror. Sun Yan has been kneeling here for a day. Can't do anything except go to the toilet. Sun Yan could still curse at the beginning, but now she really can't. She really can't. I'm really a little desperate. What exactly is Huo Linyuan doing? Does Huo Linyuan really not care about him? Why is this Huo Linyuan so useless? There is no seed at all. Are you really afraid of Sunian and Sun Ying'er? When she thought of this, Sun Yan looked at the ward in front of her. I feel really jealous. If I had known that Sunian was so powerful and could eat Li Baikan to death, I would have favored Sunian. Just when Sun Yan was complaining. Suddenly, her whole body couldn't help but tremble. Because she just seemed to hear something bad. You must know that this is a hospital, and a hospital is a very scary place. To put it bluntly, there are so many things that happen in the hospital that involve human life every day. Sun Yan listened carefully, but did not hear any sound. People, that's it. The more I heard no sound, the more scared I felt. Super scared. Sun Yan swallowed her saliva silently, and then looked at the bodyguards in black who Sun Ying'er had ordered to guard her here, and quickly looked away. I must have been thinking too much just now. I must be thinking too much. That's right, I just think too much. Sun Yan comforted herself in her heart. As she comforted herself, Sun Yan felt a little better. Yes, there is no need to scare yourself like this. It's really not necessary. When she thought of this, Sun Yan's mood improved slightly. It's really getting better. But at this moment, suddenly there was another strange sound in her ears. This voice. Sun Yan was sure that she heard this voice. She really heard it? Now Sun Yan suddenly lost her composure and wanted to stand up. But before Sun Yan could stand up, two pairs of big hands immediately pushed her to the ground. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1248. Chapter 1248 Lin Na's disdain. Sun Yan is really feeling as panicked as she is now. Now that it was really impossible to stay here, I quickly said, "Please, I really don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, please." When Sun Yan said this, the slap came down directly. If it had been just now, then Sun Yan would definitely be honest. But now I am really scared. Whoa, I'm really scared. I beg you, I really beg you, just let me go. If you let me go, then I will definitely listen to you in everything you say. I will definitely listen to you. I don't want to stay here. The more fierce Sun Yan shouted, the harder she got beaten. Such a situation. Sun Yan was beaten so hard that she couldn't move. But lying on the ground, her body was still shaking, she was really scared. "Please, please, I can use whatever means you use to me, I won't say anything, but don't leave me here, I beg you, I really beg you, I'll take it away. There is a ghost here. There really is a ghost here. As long as you take me away, you can have anything you want. I am not a simple person. I am the second young lady of the Sun family. I will not care how much money Sun Ying-er gives you. I can give it to you twice, I really give it to you twice." But the bodyguard had no intention of moving. Such a situation really made Sun Yan feel more and more frightened. She really doesn't want to stay here. At this moment, some people suddenly appeared. Before Sun Yan could even react, the person next to her fell down. "Miss Sun, I really didn't expect you to be in such a mess. You are in such a mess now. I really feel that if I beat you, I wouldn't feel anything at all, but I would feel stupid." Sun Yan raised her head when she heard this. Saw Lin Na without expecting it. You, why are you here, you. Lin Na laughed, "Why am I here? Are you surprised that I am here? You have done so many things for Mr. Huo. If Mr. Huo ignores you, then Mr. Huo's reputation will not be good. You must know that Mr. Huo is a person who wants to save face." This made Sun Yan's eyes suddenly light up. I knew that Mr. Huo would definitely not ignore me, ha ha ha, Mr. Huo's heart belongs to me, and I have a very important position in Mr. Huo's heart. I know the location. Yes, you are right, okay, let's not waste time. Sun Ying-er is definitely not a simple person, and if you did something like that to Sunian, they will definitely not let you go no matter what. Sun Yan also thinks this is true. She stood up subconsciously. But I didn't expect it, but I didn't have any strength. The hands of those people before were really a bit too harsh. She didn't feel it just now, but now she really feels pain all over her body. The pain is indescribable, it is really painful. At this moment, Lin Na's voice sounded again, "What do you look like? You really look like a maggot. You look like this." These words really made Sun Yan's face change. But before Sun Yan could speak, she heard Lin Na's disgusted voice, Okay, don't waste time, forget it, someone, drag this woman to me and let's go quickly, don't waste time here, if you really waste time, we won't be able to leave." End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1249. Chapter 1249 It's done. The Huo family in the middle of the night. When Sun Yan was thrown in front of Huo Linyuan was really a little incredible. Master Huo, if you want to do something for me, I can do it. Although Huo Linyuan was incredible, he quickly returned to normal, and then said, I didn't expect that you were so capable and could do it in such a short period of time. You must know that Sun Ying's situation is not a simple one. Please tell me what methods you used to get this woman back. Of course Lin Na heard the question in Huo Linyuan's voice. Actually, Lin Na was still a little scared. After all, this Huo Linyuan is not a simple person. Although Sun Ying'er came to find him in the bathroom, such a safe place, who can say for sure that Huo Linyuan was so crazy that he sent someone to follow him to the bathroom? Hey, who can really say this? In this game, if you are not careful at all, you may lose everything. Since Lin Na entered the game to gain benefits, not to lose everything, she must be careful in this game. Master Huo, have you forgotten that I am an outsider? If I am an outsider, then I will use my outsider skills. Otherwise, how can I be called an outsider? Huo Linyuan was stunned when he heard this. When he reacted, he just laughed. Then he walked up to Lin Na and patted Lin Na on the shoulder. Ha ha ha, yes, you are an outsider, you are an outsider. As the saying goes, the authorities are blind to the beholder. I finally understand what this means. He is really a smart person. I believe that with an outsider like you by my side, things will be better for me. Ha ha ha, I am really happy now. Lin Na also laughed. However, Lin Na could see the emotion in this man's eyes and how fake his smile was. Lin Na is a smart person. After seeing Huo Linyuan's expression, she also knew that she could not continue this topic. If she really wanted to continue this topic, then the situation would be really bad. Since this is the case, then we must find some other topic. What topics can be found now? What topic is it? Lin Na then said, actually, there was something interesting during this process. Oh, tell me something interesting. Although you are an outsider and it is indeed a bit convenient to do things, I am still a little curious about how you, an outsider, do it. Lin Na looked at Sun Yan with a pitiful face, and said in a joking voice, I think this hospital is an unclean place in the eyes of ordinary people, so I ordered people to pretend to be ghosts and do some tricks. After all, it is early in the morning. No matter what kind of person Sun Ying'er arranges, they are probably timid. But I really didn't expect it. I thought too much. The people Sun Ying'er found were not simple people, so I really thought I was going to fail. Who knew that I would frighten Miss Sun instead? Ha ha ha, what is Miss Sun saying? But it gave me a chance. Sun Yan, who looked pitiful, suddenly froze. What is this woman talking about? It's really abominable. Isn't this obviously telling Huo Linyuan that he is useless? End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1250. Chapter 1250. Lin Na's survival is not easy. Sun Yan's anger immediately increased. But no matter how angry Sun Yan is, she still has to control it. Must exercise great restraint. What else could Sun Yan do, except continue to look aggrieved? But, no matter how good Sun Yan's acting skills are, it's of no use. The reason for this is because, Huo Linyuan didn't even look at her. At this moment, Sun Yan realized something was wrong. I am really a little scared. After all, who is not scared? Sun Yan deliberately said in a weak voice in order to catch Huo Linyuan's eyes. This is the kind of man who will definitely soften his heart after hearing this. But even though Sun Yan was like this, Huo Linyuan didn't react at all, but looked straight at Lu Na. Now Sun Yan's brain has completely returned. She finally understood that this Lu Na was not out of kindness to save her, but just to get Huo Linyuan's attention. Damn it, does this Lin Na use herself as a stepping stone? When she realized this, Sun Yan felt angry. Miss Sun, I know there are some things I shouldn't ask, but I'm really curious about why you're so scared. What's there to be afraid of? It's just a little sound. Could it be that, Miss Sun, you have done something bad? I'm really curious, what so-called bad thing did you do to make you so scared? Sun Yan had nothing wrong with her mind, so she naturally realized that Lin Na was giving herself eye drops. Originally, Sun Yan was really grateful to Lin Na in her heart, but now her gratitude is really gone. This Lin Na didn't really help or save herself at all, and she didn't deserve her gratitude at all. That's right, you don't deserve your gratitude at all. But what Sun Yan could do was to say in a pitiful tone, what's wrong with me? I'm just afraid. I've never seen such a scene. Isn't it enough to be afraid? Miss Lin, I'm really grateful that you came to save me, but for you to say that about me, it's really a bit. At this point, Sun Yan began to sob. In this way, Sun Yan would feel aggrieved as much as she felt wronged. Lena. Now Lin Na really feels that Sun Yan and Sun Ying are really not that different from each other. With Sun Yan's method, she really dares to think about becoming Huo Linyuan's wife. Lin Na actually regretted her question just now. Well, Lin Na is certainly not an ordinary embarrassment to Sun Yan. After all, Lin Na is not that stupid and wants to marry Huo Linyuan just like Sun Yan. The reason why Lin Na did that was to make Huo Linyuan feel that she was the same love brain as Sun Yan. After all, this man always looks aloof, as if women all over the world like him, even if they say it's not nice, they must like him. Well, this situation is really a bit disgusting, super disgusting. The disgusting kind. Lin Na is even beginning to question herself now, questioning why she would think of such a way out of her mind, because the posture that Huo Linyuan is taking now is really a bit. Hey, you really need to think more about everything. But now that we have started to do something like this, what else can we do but continue to go down? I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I didn't expect you to have such a big reaction. If I had known that you would have such a reaction, I wouldn't have said anything. End of this chapter.